Have you ever felt like you're doing everything you're supposed to do? You know, you're visualizing, you're saying your affirmations, you're setting goals, you're trying to stay positive, and yet your life doesn't seem to be changing? Have you ever looked around and wondered why some people seem to attract opportunities, success, money, and great relationships almost effortlessly, while you feel like you're literally pushing a boulder uphill? And have you ever quietly asked yourself, if the law of attraction really works, why the heck isn't it working for me? If you've ever had any of those thoughts, then today's video could be exactly what you need, because what I'm about to share may explain why so many people struggle with manifestation, even though they're doing what they've been told to do. You see, most people have been taught about the law of attraction, but very few people understand the law that comes before it, the law that actually causes attraction to happen. And once you understand this principle, everything starts to make sense. I'm John Williams, and this is the John Williams Global Channel. If you're interested in personal development, success principles, mindset mastery, self-image transformation, and learning how to become the person capable of creating the life you truly desire, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because today we're going to go deeper than the law of attraction. Today we're talking about the law of vibration, and understanding this one principle could completely change how you approach success, wealth, relationships, and manifestation itself. One of the biggest misconceptions in personal development is that attraction is the cause. People say things like, just think about what you want, visualize it, ask the universe, focus on abundance. Now, don't get me wrong, those things are important. I teach visualization, I teach goal setting, I teach gratitude. But here's the problem. Most people are focused on the effect. They're trying to attract something without understanding what's creating the attraction in the first place. It's a bit like looking at smoke and ignoring the fire. The smoke is the result. The fire is the cause. And the same thing is true in your life. The law of attraction is not the cause. The law of attraction is the effect. The cause is your vibration. Now, before you click away thinking, oh, this all sounds a bit woo-woo, stay with me, because vibration is simply energy in motion. Everything in the universe vibrates. Everything. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, your attitudes, even the words you speak. Nothing stands still. Everything carries a frequency. The real question is not, am I vibrating? The real question is, what vibration am I living from? Imagine you turn on a radio. If it's tuned to country music, you're not going to hear the classical music. If you want classical music, you can hope for classical music. You can pray for classical music, but until you change that frequency, nothing changes. Life works exactly the same way. Many people are asking for abundance while living on the frequency of scarcity. They're asking for confidence while living on the frequency of self-doubt. They're asking for success while operating from fear. And then they wonder why nothing changes. The universe isn't responding to what you're saying. It's responding to what you're being. That's why I've said many times on this channel, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. What you are is largely determined by your self-image, your identity, your paradigm, the mental blueprint you've been living from for years. Think about it. If someone handed you $1 million tomorrow, but deep down you believed you really weren't worthy of wealth, how long do you think you'd keep it? I reckon not very long, because eventually your results always return to your self-image. The same is true with relationships, health, business, confidence. Every area of your life, your vibration is being influenced every day by the story you're telling yourself. Things like, I'm not good enough, I'm too old, I'm not smart enough, I've never been lucky. People like me don't succeed. Those thoughts aren't harmless. They become feelings. Those feelings become actions, and those actions become results. And those results reinforce the original belief. It's a vicious cycle, but it's also why transformation is possible, because once you change the cause, the effect changes automatically. You know, years ago when I was in real estate, I learned something that changed my life And this was through a period where I was working incredibly hard, long hours, doing everything I thought I was supposed to do. But internally, I was totally frustrated. I was worried. I was focused on what wasn't happening. And despite all the effort, the results just weren't matching the work. I don't know if you can relate to that. Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things but getting nowhere? What I eventually realized was this. My actions looked positive, but my vibration wasn't. I was operating from lack, I was operating from fear, I was operating from pressure, and life kept giving me more reasons to feel those emotions. The moment I began changing my internal world, my external world started changing too. Not overnight, but consistently, because vibration precedes manifestation, always. Now, here's something that's really important. Your vibration is not your mood. People confuse these all the time. A mood can change in 5 minutes. Your vibration is more like your emotional home address. It's the place you keep returning to. Someone can get excited after watching a motivational video, or maybe attending a seminar, or even reading a good book. And for a day or two, they feel incredible. But then they return to their old baseline. Why is that? Because they visited a new vibration. They didn't move into it. And attraction doesn't respond to visits. It responds to residency. That's why habits matter. That's why environment matters. That's why self-image matters. Because those things stabilize your vibration over time. You don't change your life by having one great day. You change your life by changing your baseline. Let's talk about emotions, because emotions are incredibly important. You see, your emotions tell you what vibration you're currently operating from. So when you're experiencing gratitude, appreciation, love, confidence, enthusiasm, peace, and purpose, you're actually operating from a higher vibration. But when you're experiencing resentment, guilt, anger, fear, jealousy, or frustration, you're operating from a lower vibration. Now, please don't understand me. I'm not saying you're never allowed to feel negative emotions. We're all human. We all experience them. I certainly do. No, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. The goal is recognizing when you've drifted away from the vibration you want to live in, and then consciously choosing again. That's where your power is. So, how do we actually raise our vibration? Okay, let's get practical. Number one is practice gratitude daily. Not occasionally, but every day. Because gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already present. And what you focus on expands. Every morning, ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Not what will I be grateful for someday, but what am I grateful for now? And it may be that you're grateful just for your morning coffee, the shoes on your feet, or the roof over your head. Now, this may seem trivial, but I can assure you there's people that woke up this morning with none of those things. Lots of people. And some that went to sleep last night and they never woke up this morning at all. Think about that for a moment. Number two, expect good things. One of the most powerful habits successful people have is expectation. They expect opportunities. They expect solutions. They expect things to work out. Not because they're lucky, but because expectation influences vibration. And vibration influences attraction. I remember once asking a friend of mine who was really successful in a number of businesses he started. And I asked him if he ever had a doubt that they wouldn't be successful. He said to me that he never even crossed his mind. I totally believe that's why everything, literally everything he started was successful. So what's the third one? Watch your self-talk. The conversation happening inside your head matters. I have constantly asked people, would you speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself? For many people, the answer is no. You have to become aware of your inner dialogue because your subconscious is always listening. Number four would be protect your environment. Pay attention to what you're consuming. Things like the television programs, the social media, the news, the conversations, the people you spend time with. Everything influences vibration. Everything. The fifth one would become present. Fear lives in the future. Resentment lives in the past. Power lives in the present moment. The more present you become, the more stable your vibration becomes. Now, here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You are the only problem you'll ever have. And you are the only solution. Now, I know that's pretty direct, but it's also empowering because if circumstances are the problem, you're powerless. But if your vibration is the cause, you can change it. You can change your thoughts, you can change your habits, you can change your self-image, you can change your paradigm. And when you change those things, your life begins to reorganize itself. Not because of magic, but because you're finally becoming vibrationally aligned with what you say you want. So, here's a simple exercise for this week. Every morning, ask yourself, what vibration do I choose to live in today? Choose one word: confidence, gratitude, maybe calm, focus, love, abundance, whatever actually resonates with you. Then, throughout the day, ask yourself, is what I'm thinking right now raising my vibration or lowering it? If it's lowering it, choose again. No judgment, no guilt, no beating yourself up. Just choose again. And then choose again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. Because repetition creates transformation. Before I close, I want you to remember something. The life you're experiencing today is not simply a reflection of what you wanted. It's a reflection of what you've consistently been aligned with. And that's actually good news, because it means your future can be different. The moment you begin changing your vibration, you begin changing what you're available to receive. You stop chasing, you start attracting. You stop forcing and you start aligning. You stop hoping and you start becoming. And when you become the person capable of receiving what you desire, life responds. If this video has helped you, let me know in the comments. Type, I choose a higher vibration. I'd love to see how many people are making that commitment. And if you're ready to go deeper into subconscious reprogramming, self-image, transformation, manifestation, and becoming the person who naturally attracts success, abundance, opportunities, and fulfillment, then check out my magnetic manifestation program. I'll place the link in the description below. It's actually a step-by-step system designed to help you rewire limiting beliefs, align your energy, strengthen your self-image, and create lasting change from the inside out. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this message. Remember, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And when you change who you are, everything begins to change. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep becoming the person capable of creating the life you truly deserve. I'm John Williams, reminding you that your vision, your beliefs, and your emotions are shaping your future right now. Choose wisely, live abundantly, keep dreaming big, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.